Years now, and so I'm the owner of the hotel with my wife, and we built this hotel ourselves about 2 years ago, and it's very well positioned obviously at the airport for people who are doing one-night stays coming from the airport or going to the airport first thing in the morning. I own the hotel, but I don't actually work here, so I have plenty of time in my spare time to work to help tourists, and that's one reason why I'm a volunteer with the Thai Tourist Police. And so I usually will help tourists either at the airport or indeed at Patong. I speak Thai quite well, so I can translate if there's any problems, and generally look after tourists and make sure that they're not having any problems. In the morning the airport was functioning as normal, but about 2 o'clock in the afternoon I was warned that there were some problems. There were some protesters going to the airport. I went to the airport to see if any tourists needed any help, and found a situation that was getting a little bit worse in terms of lack of information, that tourists didn't really know where they had to go or where the taxis or minibuses were waiting. They were being kept a little bit in the dark, and so I tried to help out and find out where the taxis were going, where they were waiting, whether it was even possible for tourists to get out of the airport. And in fact at that time it wasn't really possible, because the airport gates, the main gates, were shut and locked. And so many tourists had to resort to actually climbing over the airport wall, the perimeter fence, to try to reach their taxis.
Some of them, taxis for example, were on the road right beside your hotel here, or going down towards the beach, national park as well there?
In fact, many of the taxis, many of the minibuses were waiting by the national park, by Nayang Beach, because the airport road, the main road to the airport, was really fully jam-packed with cars all parked, so it was impossible to drive a car in that area. So many of the taxi drivers waited up in the national park in the hope that their customers would be able to reach them there.
Some of the clients or customers, passengers, ask you if they could come and stay at your hotel overnight, well, work out what the situation was?
Yes, we had several people yesterday who decided it was better to try to stay near to the airport in case the situation changed, and so we were quite busy last night. Unfortunately, we only had a few spare rooms, because we're normally busy here with airport customers, but we were able to cope with several people, and again tonight indeed there were more people who are coming to stay.
And you helped sort of update people around the world on one of the forums, Thai Visa, which we featured before. Get some very good comments and useful information there.
Thai Visa is a very useful forum, and indeed there's been a thread running all about the current problems, not only at Phuket Airport but at Krabi and Hat Yai as well. And so because I'm located so close to the airport, I've been able to try to help out and say, well, you know, I've just been to the airport, no, it's not open, there's no flights, so there's really no point in passengers turning up for their flights.
From Patong. And because we weren't supposed to leave till 7, but they wanted us to leave at 5, and all I heard was we had to do a lot of walking. It wasn't until I realised that the roads were blocked that was why we had to leave earlier to get in. And about 15 minutes in from our trip, I got a message saying that my flight had been cancelled. So yeah, we just knew we weren't going to go back to Patong because we wanted to be close by. So we came and looked for a place to stay, hoping our flight was going to be this morning at 8, but then again it was just cancelled again. Yeah.
When did you decide to look for a hotel, or how did you find this hotel near the hotel?
I looked on the internet, and it looked nice, and it's peaceful, and it's nice here. So we at least wanted something nice, so we weren't stressed out about where we had to get to, and a pool, and there was pool tables here, and it just looked like at least we could relax here while we were waiting.
Close by as well.
Yeah.
That was an important thing. So if things did change quickly, then we could move quickly and take advantage of that. So.
Yeah.
Did you actually go inside the airport car park or the terminal?
We just had to drive straight past because we knew that there wasn't going to be a flight. But we had to drive past and saw, it was really hard to get through everything for us to get by. So, yeah.
Any message you would give to other fellow passengers like yourselves, perhaps still waiting in Phuket?
There's a lot of mixed reactions from people. There's some people that don't care because they don't have to be somewhere. We probably wouldn't care as much if we didn't have to be where we have to go next for a family function that a lot of people coming overseas for. And that's in Manila. And there's some people, saying they never want to come back. But, we're, fine about it. It's out of everyone's control, I'm sure. And I don't think, everyone just has to do what they can. Yeah.